Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Foolery, and today we're checking out the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Sentinel 2-pack. Hopefully this thing is worth the money. Probably not, but oh well, let's check it out. Here we have the Sentinel 2-pack from Hasbro that certain YouTubers bought all of them and now no one can get them. But Hasbro was doing a decent job of re-upping, and even though you guys still have to deal with scalpers, you still have a chance if you're paying attention to your emails. I say get the Hasbro Pulse app. The app is a little crap. It's gotten worse since they did their most recent update, but that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about this toy. This is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Sentinel that is based on the X-Men video game, which is right there in the back. Let's crack this thing open and see if it's worth the money. But before we do that, let's see if this box is better than your mom's. On the front, we get a picture of the Sentinel busting through the wall, shooting their hand beams. On the back, we see him lifting up a rock. And on the back, we get a picture. And we get the same photo of him on the box. But it's really cool. There's actually 3 separate Sentinels on this box. Not too bad, Hasbro. I'm going to give you a slow clap. This is actually really decent box design. I'm not sure why they don't put this much effort into their other boxes. You get it's just fairly decent looking box. Nothing on the bottom. X-Men logo on the top. Really good box. Your mom would be proud. But let's crack this thing open and see.
Oh, what's in the box?
And normally I would just crack this thing open and show you guys, but just wanted to show you how Hasbro packaged their things in the box. And I know they've been doing this ever since they abandoned their Save the Plastic initiative, but this is how they should have packaged the X-Men and all those other figures that were in the VHS boxes. It's actually really good, and a little disappointed that we didn't get this with the other figures. But let's go back to find out what's in the box. In the box, we get 2 identical Sentinels, so I'm just going to leave the other one in the other box because it makes no sense to take it both out, just taking up space in the review area. But we get the Sentinel. We get a rock. I threw a rock at him. It was a big rock. Killer Croc impersonation. You guys watch Batman the anime series. Anyway, we get that, and we get a repulsor blast hand or a Sentinel blast hand, and we get some blast effects for those hands. Not too shabby. When those have shot you, maybe, while I do appreciate the other hands, I would have liked a damaged robot head or something. And the fact that I only get 1 rock, and I understand I got 1 rock because of the packaging. The best way to fit it in there was to not have him encumbered by 2 rocks. Still feel a little gypped. So Mills probably would have winged you, wouldn't have shot you full on in the head. Anyway, let's check out the design on this guy and see how he stacks up to other Sentinels. And the only other Sentinel that he would actually compare to would be the 7-inch figure. Doesn't really count there because that thing had crap articulation. So here's the Sentinel, and he is just a big pink and purple blob of paint, and this is a off color of the character from the game. And I heard rumblings on the internet that they're probably going to release a different version that were more color accurate to other characters in the game, or just some color variants, because that game had tons of Sentinels that were orange and blue and yellow and all other kind of colors. I think this one was an alternate. I think it's supposed to be purple mainly and have like pink highlights, but this is, well, purple here and then pink highlights for the rest of the body. But I'll see if I can find a photo for it and put it up. So not too bad. There's actually no details to actually get really close up on. You get the 2 dots on his torso. Like, this is really just a big piece of pink plastic with some Mega Man boots on him. Let's see, is there any detail on the bottom foot? Kind of. Not the greatest. I will do an extreme close-up on his face because actually I do appreciate that. And I think you guys will appreciate that too. So we are looking at a really good view of his face. I really do like the highlights that they did to his cheek and his mouth. It makes him look almost humanoid, but not quite. I wish it was more of a robotic looking face, but they are going for the aesthetic of the video game, so not too bad. I love the way the eyes just pop out behind this toy. But that's the only detail in this. Like I said, it's basically a big hunk of plastic with some Mega Man accessories. But I do appreciate the way that the face came out. So kudos to Hasbro for that. But it's nothing special. Let's see if this guy can squat.
Get your body in it. Squat. Come on, squat.
So the Sentinel should have some decent articulation. I know his neck is going to be trash, but this is why we're here. Yeah, neck goes up, not high at all. Neck goes down, not so much at all. But he can do a full 360, so at least he's not hindered by anything like that. He has no neck. You can do a clean 90, not difficult. Does have an upper biceps swivel, double jointed elbows, upper bicep swivel. He does have a swivel in the wrist and a twist. He does have a ball joint in the upper torso and is actually super buttery. And he has a twist in his waist, upper thigh cut, double jointed knee, and his foot does have a hinge and a hip swivel, but not much. And he does have an upper boot cut. So kudos to him for this. His only note that I'm going to say is that his torso is limited by the way, well, not his torso, his hips is limited by his pants for some reason. He's not getting much up for, and I'm not sure why. And because of that, his squat is weird, and he's not going to be able to hold it by himself. This is actually a very weird position. He can't sit unless he does a sumo squat and you push his legs out. You can't sit unless you do a sumo squat and you push his legs out, which is unfortunate. I would have liked him to actually be able to, and let's see if I can get him to stand it by himself. No, the way his body is shaped, he's not going to. Push the chest out. Nope, not going to. So yes, he can get into a squatting position, but he's not going to get into a decent one. Let's see if we can get him into a superhero landing. And while the Sentinels aren't known for that, it would be nice if we can get some articulation out of him. And the answer is absolutely not. His torso and the way everything's built on him, he is not getting into a superhero landing. He can fall. That's what he can do. His articulation is dookie. And yes, I understand completely. He's supposed to be a stiff robot, but you're teasing me, Hasbro. You gave me some decent articulation in his upper torso, and it's limited, and I didn't realize how limited it was, that he's not getting a full ab crunch on it. I'm pretty sure people are going to mod it and clean out some of the extra pieces Hasbro has on it to give him a little bit more range, but I'm not going to do that. Too much effort. let's talk price.
$50, good Lord, $50, that's a lot of money. Now what do I get for that?
Sentinel Brethren are $55 each, which puts them at about $27 per figure. Not too bad, especially with the accessories. Unfortunately, the secondhand market is absolutely ridiculous, and there's YouTubers who should know better to be selling under their own account, selling the figures at a premium. And just in general, I just before I turned on the camera to talk about the price, I was looking at it, and the first one that pops up is someone on Walmart selling for $1.15, and that's a little bit crazy. And then I see someone selling just one of these figures for $45. The people in this world are horrible. I don't have words for it. Is it worth scalper prices? No. Don't pay scalper prices for this toy. It's cool, but it's not worth double or triple the price for it. Let's wrap up the Sentinel 2-pack. I really love the design on the box. The artwork is phenomenal, and it blends well into the X-Men video game. As for the design, it's really bland, even though it does fit the motif of the game, but I'm not a fan of it. It's just a big piece of pink plastic. Say that 4 times fast. Big piece of pink, blah, blah. Big piece. It's a big piece of pink plastic, and it has some purple highlights, but other than that, nothing to write home about. I do like the design on the face, but other than that, nope. About his ability to move, it's a Sentinel, so I don't expect much motion, but it is limited in its range. And as for price, Hasbro has done the right thing and has opened another pre-order so that scalpers on the internet cannot scalp you on this toy, so you can get it at $54, and it is worth $27 per unit. I just wish they would stop doing everything in 2-packs because they don't think people are going to buy it. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I'll catch you in the next toy review. Peace.